Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live with Roxy on this Sunday, football Sunday. But I am on the East Coast, so when I wake up, football is not on yet here. Those 10 a.m.s in Los Angeles are kind of wild. The Patriots don't play until 4:25 today, though, so I spend the whole day sitting, waiting, wishing, and hanging out with my Patriots cap. We have a lot to talk about on today's show, so make sure that you this is the lamest sentence I ever said. Make sure that you stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. We're talking about Wonder Woman 84. All of the early reviews are in, so I will be going through those, what we actually make of those reviews, which ones we can tell are really good, which ones we can tell are kind of good, but in general, it's looking pretty decent. I did get a response from Warner Brothers. I think I'm going to be screening this movie next week, so hopefully I'll be able to give you guys an early review as well, but I'm not in the cool kids group where I get to see it super duper early. Just some of my colleagues are. Guy Fieri raised $21.5 million in 7 weeks to help unemployed restaurant workers. This is pretty dope, so I'm excited to break him down as well, or break that situation down. SoCal has triggered a stay-at-home order because the ICU capacity is on the decline. We are running out of fucking beds, y'all. We are running out of beds, and we will talk about that and what's going on. And then there's Biden's 100-day of masks plan, which we haven't really spoken about on this show so far, but I will do so, and we can talk what we think that will look like. All that and more today, Live with Roxy. Plus, whatever you guys have going on in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, or right here in the super chat as well. And as always, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Who knew we had to clarify what we meant when we said arrest these men who murdered somebody? But apparently we have to. Let's start in the super chat, see what's going on in here, and then we will get to these Streamlabs and then some of these stories, including Wonder Woman, baby. Alexander Wilson in the super chat says, is there a time limit on ordering the calendar? So this is referring to the World Girls calendar. We are doing a whole live stream about that tonight on the World Girls YouTube page, so make sure you join us there tonight. But it's going to be fucking epic. We're going to be actually releasing some of the photos tonight, so you guys can see what you're in for. And it's not that there's a time limit on ordering the calendar. It's that the longer you wait, the longer it'll be till you get it. So you probably stop orders in January, but it's probably, once you order it, it's going to take several weeks to get to you. And so if you want to just order one, you'll be able to order it and we'll be able to send it to you, but we probably won't be able to past this week deliver it to us, sign them and order it and deliver it to you, if that makes sense, Alexander Wilson. The sooner the better, but I know a lot of you guys are struggling right now. Some of you guys are waiting on paychecks, all that stuff. The holiday season can be a little difficult during this time, so completely understand. We will try to be as adaptable as we possibly can. We want anybody who wants the calendar to get it. I will say, we ordered 25 calendars several days ago because we were like, how many do we think we're going to sell? And we were like, maybe we sell 25, maybe, like, we just don't know because we have such a small audience over on that channel, which is great, small but mighty. But we definitely sold out of that like that. So that was really fucking amazing to see. We're excited to see what we can do on tonight's show. Because we're hoping that if you guys like merch, that we could be doing more of this. This one was really less about a money-making endeavor because the calendars were really expensive and time-consuming to make, and more about seeing who's interested in getting involved. But still, we do want to make sure that this is worth our time and your guys' time, but it's really, really cool. And we'll be releasing those images tonight, and I don't think you guys will be disappointed. It's freaking dope. Let's go into Streamlabs, see what's going on over here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. That's my name. Please wear it out. Don't know if that makes sense, but okay, rocks. All right, Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, being the most supportive human being that he always is. I can't believe you, Glenn. You are the heart and soul. He says, hello, Roxy, love you. Happy World Girl Sunday, as always. Thanks for making time to hang out with us this early afternoon. You're welcome, Glenn. Interested in hearing about Wonder Woman 84 reviews? Hopefully, fuck yeah news. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you, RJ, and all of the rock stars. Once again, I hope that we can all find and feel some joy in our days, our weeks, our months, and our years. I know it can be tough, but even if we're by ourselves, we're not alone. The rock stars and world friends communities will be there for you. That is so true, Glenn, and have been there for me. And hopefully you guys feel the same way. Remember, everyone, you're kind, you're smart, you're important, you are worthy. Again, thank you, RJ and Rockstars, for being such great friends and lending your listening ears. It's a bit corny, but the Rockstars are the best stars. Oh, that's so cute, Glenn. Hashtag Smash Cancer. Absolutely sending love and good energy out there to Kevin Smets, who has a long fight ahead and is going through that fight right now. I talk to him almost every day. Love that guy, and he's kicking cancer's ass. So keep sending that good energy and vibes towards Kevin Smets. I really appreciate that, guys. Shout out to everybody who is joining us live right now. You guys know, I know everybody has a different financial situation, so I love to give shout outs to as many people as I can. All my colleagues have told me that that's stupid because that means that nobody will give me Streamlabs or Super Chats, but I like to do it anyway. So maybe it is stupid, but I don't know. I just believe that you guys will support regardless because I love you and you love me. Na, 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 na. Thomas Bartholdi, Glenn Caesar, Saps Garcia, Bruce Banner, ASJ, 82, Thundergod Cairo, John Bainbridge, Garth McMurray, Joseph Ashley, John G, Ryan Payne, Melissa Byrne, Robert Turner, Thundergod Cairo, Patrick Banham, Noah Denman, Murderana, Haskell 420, David Datura. Hopefully I'm giving shout outs to anybody who wants one right now. Legoland, D-Train, King Sport Cow, where you been? So happy to have you here. Yeah, that is Hendrix behind me. I've been streaming here for a minute. This is my dad's office. So he's a big Hendrix fan. Who isn't? Lemmy Kilmister, Pink Sweets, Demo Katabe, all you guys in here. Ernesto Gonzalez, thank you guys so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon, or depending on where you live, evening or morning. Roman, Natalie, you guys are the frickin' best. J-Dog in the super chat says, calendar, you say? Shut up and take my money. Yeah, we tweeted it out. I retweeted it on my on my Twitter, but it's also on the World Girls Twitter. And by the way, in case you guys aren't following, at the World Girls on Twitter and at World Girls WAP on Instagram. We're trying to get them to be the same, but it's been a whole fucking process. We're trying to hit 1,000 followers on both those things by the end of the year. We're at about 700 on each of them, so help us out over there. But if you want the details on how to get the calendar, then just go and look at our Twitter or our Instagram and tune into the show live tonight. If you want a little more information, shout out to Ronnie Dodge, to Matthew Gold. Hi, Matthew, you rock. To Star Gonzalez, to Zeno Hour, to all the people showing up here. You guys, you complete me. You complete me. I'm Mini-Me. And you guys are Dr. Evil. I don't know that that's how it works, but hey, that's how it works for the show right now. Because I said so, I guess we can go with that. Let's talk Wonder Woman 84, y'all. This is exciting. The first reviews came out. I guess they did some IMAX screenings of this. Very few people were invited because obviously they were staying as safe as possible. But some of the people that I'm personally friends with or that are in our space have been responding to this. I'm excited to go through this. Jim Vavida, who is a rock star, he's on my Schmodown team. He is my friend, and he is an awesome, awesome critic. He says, I saw hashtag Wonder Woman 1984 yesterday. It was a lot of fun and has a very heartwarming and hopeful message that, frankly, we really need this year. Just very short and sweet. That's what he kept it to. I liked hearing that he liked it. It sounds like that to me is not like an over-the-top glowing review, but it sounds like the perfect time, the perfect place, and that it's very sweet, which I appreciate. Frosty, aka Stephen Weintraub from Collider, who I know from working at Collider, he said, yesterday saw hashtag Wonder Woman 1984 in an IMAX theater. Was my first time seeing a movie in the theater since pandemic began. No matter what system you have at home, nothing will ever replace the magic of seeing a movie on an IMAX screen. Not much of a review there, Frosty. Maybe he said some more things about it. Let me check his Twitter to see. But I think that, you know, if you're talking more about the viewing experience in the actual movie, it's not always the greatest signs. Not always. Okay, then he said after that, just to be clear, I got to see the film with every safety measure enforced. As much as I love watching movies in theaters, everyone needs to be careful until pandemic is over. That was the extent of his review. I wish we got to hear a little bit more, but I guess he's just letting us know that he saw it. Not a glowing, not a raving, but it is a review, I suppose. Let's move forward to Eric Eisenberg, somebody who I do not personally know, said, huge news, Wonder Woman 1984 is fantastic. The story is excellent and has a great timely message. It packs in a ton of surprises, and amazing work is done with both Cheetah and Max Lord, parentheses, Wig and Pascal are both stellar. Get hyped because it's the real deal. Hashtag Wonder Woman 1984, hashtag Wonder Woman WW 1984. That's the best review we've seen so far. Let's move over to my friend BD, Brendan Davis, in case you guys don't know him. He's the freaking best. I actually tend to agree with BD on a lot of his comic book movies. He's the comic book guy, and he has great reviews. So he says, I've seen hashtag Wonder Woman 1984. Patty Jenkins literally made an 80s movie in every way, making it so unique for today. It feels both bigger than the first Wonder Woman while simultaneously more contained. Lots of Diana Prince and some epic Wonder Woman moments as Gal Gadot literally soars. That's an interesting review. I like to hear that. He then continued and said, Pedro Pascal and Kristen Wiig are the highlights of hashtag Wonder Woman 1984 for me. Pascal goes all in on a wild portrayal of Max Lord, a conflicted but vile villain. Wiig's Cheetah of evolution throughout the movie is heartbreaking yet epic. We need more. Hashtag WW84. Love this review. And this one gives us some more specifics here, guys, which I was happy to see. So what BD is saying is that we're getting lots of Diana Prince and Wonder Woman moments, and that's kind of cool. I like to see Diana Prince moments as well. And then when he talks, it seems like a lot of conversation about Pedro and Kristen Wiig, which is great because I want to see what they do with Maxwell Lord, and I want to see what they do with Cheetah. Cheetah has been the talk of this movie for a long time. Can Kristen Wiig pull it off? I think she's ridiculously talented, so I knew she could. I love to hear the word heartbreaking about her evolution. And Maxwell Lord's just like kind of a dick. So I think that this is a really great review, and I'm excited to hear that. Jay Adams said, yesterday I was invited by Warner Brothers Pictures to see Wonder Woman 1984. And what I can say is that I didn't expect to be so moved, laugh so much, and fill me with love and hope. If No Man's Land scene made you cry, get ready, because there is a scene just as powerful. So happy for DC. I remember the No Man's Land scene, seeing that for the first time. I thought it was so powerful and unbelievable. And I'm really excited for, that makes me really excited. I wonder what the scene is. I have no idea, but this is great big news. None of these reviews, other than Frosty's, has me in any way, shape, or form concerned. And I'm excited for Gal and Patty that this seems to be the talk of the town right now. Let's see what else is happening here. Who else has responded? Luke Bugg said, I was invited by Warner Bros. UK to see an early screening of the new Wonder Woman film yesterday, and I'm still smiling. Wonder Woman 1984 is the film the world needs right now, no matter what size screen you see it on. I'll be sharing some non-spoiler thoughts very soon. Love that. Love the no matter what size you see it on, because stay safe, guys. Stay home if you can. Which made me really excited. Megan Demore, who is with Comic Book Resources, says, all right, what did she say in here? Honored to have been among the first press to see Wonder Woman 1984. I enjoyed the first film, but I love Wonder Woman 1984 even more. Wow. Although I wish we'd gotten the change to see it earlier. The movie came out at possibly the perfect time for its hope, optimism, and message. So it seems like probably a lot of what we're hoping for in that like positive ray of light, Wonder Woman, love, that message seems like it's in there. Somebody, Pink Sweets in here, is talking about Perry. So let's see what Perry did have to say about this. Perry, my friend from Collider, who I typically disagree with on movies, even though she has great takes. We are usually on the other side of things. She says, I prefer Wonder Woman to Wonder Woman 1984, but I also much prefer seeing filmmakers take new big swings with sequels, and that's definitely what Patty Jenkins and co. do here. Not everything adds up, but the value of selflessness, love, and compassion do shine through. Okay. And a lot of people are posting these pictures that are truly phenomenal to look at. So I'm pretty excited about this. How are you guys feeling? And thank you guys for having me read Perry's tweet. I don't know about the not adding up part, but again, Perry and I tend to disagree on like every single movie. So we will see. We will see what happens there. After these, who are you guys most excited about seeing? Is it Gal Gadot back? Are you most excited about seeing Pedro Pascal or Kristen Wiig? Or where's your heart lie on this one? Not that much talk about Chris Pine. Just interesting. Maybe it's because that's like major spoiler territory. I don't know. Maybe that's what Perry is talking about doesn't add up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the super chat as well. Speaking of the Streamlabs, a couple things coming through. PC in the Streamlabs says, I want to support the World Girls, going to get the calendar and probably give it to my brother. LOL, I would totally buy a Dorina as Powerpuff Girls shirt. Just a thought. That's dope. Love that. And thank you, PC. We really appreciate you. You're awesome. Garth Harkins McMurray in the Streamlabs says, I'm happy that most of the impressions of Wonder Woman 84 are good. I'm looking forward to seeing full reviews and videos on December 15th. I checked and I'm still under my NDA and can't talk about little that I've seen of it. I can't wait to see the full movie in 20 days. Yeah, I'm supposed to, they said the week of the 14th is when I see it, hopefully. So I'm going to check back in, but I'm very, very excited about that. Apollo 3JP says, was lucky enough to see the film earlier this week. It's legit. Oh, that's awesome, Apollo. It's legit. Gadot is the character, and Jenkins is given more freedom to direct some epic set prices. I don't know what you mean that Gadot is the character, and Jenkins is given more freedom to direct some epic set prices. Let me know. I wasn't too big of a fan of the first film, thought the second was exponentially better in my opinion. Wow, well, I was a massive fan of the first film. Huge, huge fan. It's one of my favorite comic movies of all time. If you watch The World Girls, you guys saw me talk about it. It steals my whole heart, and I love it so much. But yeah, we'll see which one I end up liking more. It will be very interesting. If you guys are in here live right now, by the way, please do me the favor and hit that thumbs up button. Over 115 people watching live right now and 61 thumbs up. So hit that thumbs up button and then make sure that you leave a comment after the fact. It really helps. Subscribe if you haven't already. We lost 200 subscribers this month. They just keep going down. It is what it is. I've got to learn to shake that feeling, fight that feeling. And I appreciate you guys for actually being here with me during this time. I feel like every single time I talk about the views going down, I somehow summon Steph. She like hears me and is like, are the views going down right now? We must make the views go up. And then she feels like Steph always gets me more views. What's up to my best friend, Steph Sabra in the house? Roxy's late to stream because she's the greatest friend ever. That's so not what happened. I was just being a completely average, just say it how it is friend. And Steph is the best of all time. Do you guys like when she joins us in the chat? Because I feel like maybe we need some more pop-ins from Steph Sabra as often as we possibly can. Steph, Wonder Woman 84 is looking pretty good. I think I have to get back to LA so that when I get that screener, well, I don't think I can say what I'm about to say on camera because I am only absolutely watching that screener by myself, Warner Brothers. It's very true. That's how that, and this I swear. Steph says, views up forever. If Steph says so, then it's true, guys. Then that's the way that it is because Steph said it's true, and so it is. Steph, we were also talking about the World Girls calendar, which I don't know if you saw, but every copy that we bought already is now spoken for. We sold out of our first shipment. That doesn't mean that you guys can't order it. Keep ordering it. We need to just order more. But we like really underestimated ourselves. And last night I was texting with Christian because Christian is like a fucking wizard with selling merch. And I was trying to get his advice because we clearly are giving selling calendars a whirl. Like we do not know what the fuck we're doing. Steph D and I have these like 15-hour long meetings in which we're just figuring shit out because we're just like you guys. Like we don't imagine if you wanted today, if you were like, I'm going to make and sell a calendar. Like we had no idea what we were doing. So we like tested all these websites. We wanted to be the best of the best and like all these different things were taking place. So anyway, I texted Christian about it and he was like, well, first things first, you need to like release some of the images. And I was like, yes, on it. We're doing that on Sunday. And he was like, and then like, how are you selling them? I was like, Streamlabs. And he was like, okay, so just keep track of everything. So we have all these spreadsheets and we're doing all this stuff. But yeah, then I told him, he was like, okay, so did you order a bulk? And I was like, yes, we ordered a massive bulk of 25. I thought it was 20, but then I remember it was 25. And he was like, all right, well, I obviously could have told you that was not going to be enough, but we just don't know our pull. We just don't even know. So when we were talking, we were like, how many do you think we're going to sell? Like maybe 25, maybe more. We just didn't know. So anyway, we're ordering more ASAP, and those will still get to you if you order them tonight, you'll still get them by 2021. So you'll have them for the first day of the calendar, which is great. So make sure you join us live tonight on the World Girls. I want to say it's at 8 p.m. I want to say it's at 8 p.m. Pacific, but we did go back and forth last night. So maybe Steph can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Whatever you were about to say, yes, I won't be there. Yes, Steph, very, very true. Very good call. Legoland says, can you do a poll on Twitter to get an idea of how many people would buy one? Legoland, I did, but it was very not, it didn't help. I didn't do a poll, I asked, because they say like if somebody's willing to click yes or no, it doesn't mean as much when you're trying to calculate numbers because it's so quick. And if somebody's willing to actually respond, that means they probably are actually going to buy the calendar. I don't know if that's okay. Steph says it's at 7. Oh yeah, we're between 6 and 7, or we're between 7 and 8. Okay, whatever. Steph says it's 7. I don't even fucking know the time of our own show. This is how I'm telling you guys. Like, we're just flying by the seat of our pants and we're doing it as much as we possibly can. So Steph says, I think it's at 7 p.m. It's tonight at 7. Join us on youtube.com/theworldgirls, 7 p.m. tonight. I would say Jake Yakoveta put that in, my amazing mod, but where are you at, bro? I know the answer. It's sleeping because he hates when I'm doing these shows at an earlier time. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry. All right, moving on, guys. Steph's boyfriend is in the chat right now in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Apollo3JP says, Godot bodies the character and Jenkins directs epic set pieces. Typo. Oh, I'm with you. She embodies the character. Yeah, I mean, she is Wonder Woman. Like, we saw that in the first movie. She is fucking Wonder Woman. So I'm not surprised that she embodies the character. And Patty Jenkins is one of, to me, the strongest directors working right now. So I couldn't be more excited to see that. Garth is above Glenn, who said 10 p.m. Glenn also in the super chat said, Roxy, the link says the show's at 10 p.m. Eastern. So that's it. We're at 10 p.m. Eastern. Now we know. And that's, as we say on the show now, the way the cookie crumbles. I'm also on East Coast time. I know, which feels like I'm on fake people time. Like, being on East Coast time here, it is so weird waking up before everybody wakes up. I'm like waiting on West Coast emails and I'm like, it's already 10 o'clock. Where are you at? And it's like 7 o'clock for them because right now I'm waiting on things. Long story short, guys, you guys know how my landlords are nightmares and I fucking can't stand them. They are kicking me out of my place. It is a long story, but I have to find somewhere else to live. And so from the East Coast right now, I'm trying to find somewhere else to live. So when I get back there, I can work on moving. And so I have been applying for places, or not applying, I've been like reaching out and asking if they have digital tours and whatever. So at night before I go to bed, I send out all of my emails asking about these tours and like prices and deals during COVID, because a lot of places are doing like first month free and all this shit. And in the morning, I wake up and I do my thing. And then I look at my phone. I'm like, I can't believe they still haven't fucking responded to me. And then I remember like, it's not even 9 a.m. for them. Like, give them a break. It's okay. They can take their time. By the way, though, kicking somebody out during a global pandemic, not a nice thing to do. Just like in case any of you guys are landlords and you're thinking about kicking out your tenant who's a really great tenant during this time, just like not a nice thing to do. So maybe hold on that. Just like hold on that decision if you can. Just like pump the brakes, put pause, a little bit of a hold. Yeah, thanks. People who are surprised in here, if you knew my landlords, you would not be surprised. They are actual mean people, like really legitimately mean people, very mean human beings. I'm glad I say that on the show, so in case anything ever has to happen with them, I have documentation of me throughout the entire 2 years I've lived there talking about what assholes they are. Don't feel bad about that at all. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about Guy Fieri, somebody who we never talk about on the show, not for any other reason other than like he doesn't pop up in my life. I don't really watch food shows. He's wears flames on his clothes, and that's cool with me. Guy Fieri did something dope, and so it's worth talking about. He, in the last 7 weeks, raised $21.5 million to help unemployed restaurant workers. He did this because he is somebody who drives around the entire country for diners, drive-ins, and dives, and sees the effect that this is having on people. He also made this documentary during this time to try to raise more awareness and see what's actually going on there. But let me just read to you guys what this, I actually don't know, from Bloomberg. On March 27th, as businesses across the U.S. are starting to feel the devastating effects of pandemic-related closures, which obviously all of us know, Fieri started the Restaurant Employee Relief Fund. The vast majority of the money he raised came after personal pleas to the likes of Hennessy USA, Moet. Is that, by the way, how you say the fancy champagne? Because somebmoet the other day told me it was Moet, but I think I'm saying it right. But also, I'm not that fancy of a bitch, so who knows? PepsiCo and Uber Eats, whose sponsorship has collectively helped raise 43,000 people. So 43,000 people received $500 grants, which is awesome. $500 during this time can really be the thing that helps you like stay in your home, be able to survive, feed your family for a few days, weeks. Like, it really makes a difference. Those are diners, drive-ins, and dives. Also produced a documentary called Restaurant Hustle 2020, and it spotlights the challenges the industry continues to face. It airs on the Food Network in December, which is also when the self-appointed mayor of Flavortown opens his delivery-only chain, Guy Fieri's Flavortown Kitchen, in almost 200 locations. Wow, I'm kind of interested in that. Are they on Postmates? Including Los Angeles and Minneapolis. Dishes include the real cheesy burger, which comes with Fieri's signature donkey sauce. Well, you guys know how I feel about cheese, so I probably won't be getting that one, but maybe other ones. Hell yeah for Guy Fieri. Anybody who's doing anything good during this time, we want to talk about it on the show. We talk certainly enough about all the shitty things Trump's doing, so we got to combat that with love and kindness and the money that's being raised for great people. So Guy Fieri, here's to looking at you. Thanks for the millions, and I'm sure the people really deserve it. In the super chat, Chris Burke says, "Hey Roxy, it's your girl Avery. Hi Avery, honey. Question for you: is the new version of The Witches on HBO Max good? Miss your face. Love you back, babe." I didn't watch The Witches. I love The Witches. I'm surprised I haven't seen The Witches. I had this Anne Hathaway thing, but I need to fucking stop saying that because she's never done anything wrong, and this is like a girl on girl like crime that I'm committing, and I don't want to fucking do that. So maybe she's dope. She's got a weird stance on cannabis, but other than that, it is what it is. I haven't seen it. Who in here has seen it? Who can give Avery advice? Is The Witches good? Did you read the book, Avery? I loved the book growing up. So I feel like this is definitely something I should watch. I also got a copy of Soul sent to me yesterday. Thank you so much to Disney for doing so. I will be watching that in the next couple days and reviewing that here. So get in any questions you guys have about Soul as well. I would be happy to answer them once I watch it, which again will be in the next couple of days. Maybe I'll do that after I watch the Patriots win tonight. I hate when I do things like that. Just like make random noises to you guys. It's so fucking weird. What are you guys thinking? What do you guys want talked about on the show? What do you guys need read out loud? Questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Get those in now while we move on. I know we talk a lot of entertainment on the show usually, but of course we give some COVID updates. And I do think it's worth mentioning that SoCal, they were doing a safer at home and now they're doing a stay at home. It was triggered. It's officially triggered tonight at 11:59 p.m. because of the declining capacity in the ICU. We are down. They said once we were down to less than 15% capacity in the ICU, that they were going to do this stay at home rule. The stay at home is very intense. You're only allowed to leave really to worship or to protest or to go on a walk around your neighborhood. You're not allowed to do much more than that. So yeah, stores that were open, retail, now they're only at 20% capacity. Everywhere has a curfew. Most places are completely closed. Restaurants are completely down except for takeout or delivery. There is no dine-in, even not outside anymore. There's a lot, and this is going to be for at least 3 weeks, and then it's going to be reassessed on a weekly basis after 3 weeks. So they weren't saying when the end date was, but at least 3 weeks. If this starts today on December 6th, that means that it goes until at least December 27th, which is after Christmas. So I wonder what the fuck that's going to look like. I don't feel like people really in LA give a fuck what people are telling them to do, which is why we have 1 in every 150 people with COVID right now. So stay at home if you can. I'm extending my trip here for as long as I can, but I have to go back to find an apartment because I need to leave my place next month. So all the things. Oh boy, it's a lot. But you know, they're doing everything they can to make us as safe as possible. Newsom and Garcetti have really fucked this one up, I think. I really liked both of them prior to this, but they've both done things that are like mind-blowingly not smart. I don't think anybody knew exactly what to do here, but I think that they could have played this a lot better. But that doesn't mean they're not right about us staying at home. Of course, you're safer at home. But should the government really be able to tell us that we have to stay at home? That's kind of the question. Biden has a plan. Biden, first of all, asked Fauci to stay on with him, which is great because in Fauci we trust. Second of all, Biden's plan, which I haven't talked about on the show yet, consists of 100 days of masks. So that is his plan. Once he is sworn into office the end of January, he is implementing 100 days of masks. What exactly that looks like, I don't know. But I do like that it's a tangible number. It feels like by the end of that, really most people should be vaccinated because that would bring us into February, March, April. That brings us into May. At that point, vaccinations should be ready and available for all of the people who want them, not just the frontline workers. If people wear masks to that point, we've got this final countdown. It's not an ambiguous number. It's not like how long, how many months, how many years. I feel like if you can commit to something for 100 days, then you can fucking do it. I committed to doing this for 2 weeks, and here I am 266 days fucking later. So I really like that. I like that number. I think that's a smart plan, and I think that it might help people really tackle what it is that we're trying to do, which is keep each other fucking safe and sane. Going into my amazing dad is bringing me tea. Thanks, Dad. You went to Starbucks? I didn't mean you leave. This is so much better than my tea. Isn't it great being home and having your dad take care of you? All right, guys, going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. So freaking awesome. Bella in here says, move in with Christian. I think you're underestimating your babysitting skills. LOL. Or you can move in with Goddard and start a Twitch channel. Bella, do me a favor. I want you guys to ask Christian how he feels about me moving in with him. Ask him. Just throw it out there. See what he says. See how he feels about me moving in as permanent babysitter. Just throw it out there with him. See what he says about that. Goddard would be great. I love living alone. Honestly, I love it. There are people who I could definitely live with, but during this time too, and like, who wants the added pressure of what that person's doing during COVID and like, is it safe enough and all of that stuff when I'm still taking care of my grandparents when I'm out there? So it's just the whole thing. It's just a lot. Garth Harkness McMurray in here says, so glad you get to watch Soul soon. I'm curious to hear the full soundtrack by my favorites, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross of Nine Inch Nails. They did an amazing soundtrack for Watchmen, the TV series. I agree. It was so good. So sorry that you have to find a new place. Good luck. Thank you. I'm going to need it. Luckily, places are right now cheaper to rent. So there is that. Leonard Kim in the Streamlab says, sorry to hear your landlords are heartless. I know. I hope things work out for you. Also, not sure if you're watching, but I highly recommend Flight Attendant on HBO Max. You're the second person to tell me this. I caught up last night, and the show is fascinating. Kaylee Cuoco, I always have a hard time with her, of saying her name, not with her as an actress, is great in her role. I should check it out. There's so many shows right now that I need to be checking out. And instead, I'm just on the 20th season of Grey's Anatomy. How many seasons have there been? Well, I'm still fucking watching it. Anyway, guys, we are getting out of here really soon. So get in any last minute streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or super chats, whatever it is. Thank you to my amazing mom, Matthew Gold, who's putting in the Streamlabs link right here, taking a dump all over PLD and Billy Belford and Jake Yacovetta and Brandy for not showing up today. Just fucking with you guys. just glad that one of you guys is here all the time. You are the freaking best. But yeah, getting into the last minute things before we get out of here. It is 30-something degrees here. It officially snowed last night, but I am trying to go on a social distance walk with my friends today. So I am going to drink this tea, bundle the fuck up, and attempt to hang out with them. So outside in the 30-something degrees. I'm not made for cold weather, guys. I'm just not. I was born in LA. I moved here when I was 2, and clearly my blood was like, nope, you're an LA bitch, even though I'll always be a Boston girl, which is why I posted that the other day with my Boston hat. This is so good. Go Patriots. It is weird to be home and not to be able to like gallivant around and see everybody I want to see. I've literally seen almost nobody since I've been here, so it's very strange. All right, I will be back tonight. I will be live at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific time on youtube.com/theworldgirls. You can purchase your calendars now. Just check us out on social media at The World Girls to see all the instructions on how to do so, or you can do it live during the show tonight. Like I said, we're going to be dropping some images there, so if you want to wait and see what the calendar is all about, then tune into that. Plus, we'll be doing some highs and lows and all that great stuff. Send love to Steph. She could use a little extra today. So if you think that Steph is the flyest, sexiest, dopest lady on the planet, tweet at her at Steph Sabra, because she fucking certainly is. And keep those toilet seats down, the lids down as well. Apparently, we got to clarify that. Make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them. Reach out to somebody that you haven't reached out to in a little bit. Hopefully, you take those words seriously because it really can make the difference in somebody's day. Much love to you guys, and I will be live at the Roxy tomorrow. What time? Well, I'll tweet about it. Probably around the same time as today. Probably around the same time. Probably around noon. So a little earlier, because I don't want to run up against SEN. Yeah, I'll be live at noon. Unless otherwise. I'll put it on my Patreon, and I'll tweet it. All right. Yeah, bye.